Hey guys, the other day I did a video and you'll recognize this, where I took a 4-inch rotary table and used it to make a ball turner, make spears, right? Everybody's making spears, all using basically the same boring heads or whatever the design is. I decided to do it with a ball turner, and my biggest concern was getting the rotary table, under the work. Well, I ordered it, it came in, I can get it under the work. So in the meantime, as I'm screwing around, you can see the table here, you'll recognize all of that, right? I run into, I said, I can do more than just spears. There are other things I can do. I'll show you. While I was on YouTube, I tripped over a steel handle. You can see this. Little radius at the end, big radius. You follow the mouse, back down to another radius up to the handle. Radius is everywhere. Well, if you have to draw it, you have to draw the pivot point of the radius. That's the key to making all of this work. Where the fuck is the pivot point? All right? I'm going to show you what I did was draw this up. I'm going to take you to my scribble sheet. Hang on for a minute. All right, it came in and I cloned it. I drew it up. Obviously, I had to draw pivot points to make all these radiuses match. You understand? Well, that's the key to using this small rotary table and cutting these shapes to match. No filing, none of that shit. You can cut this to match. So let me just demonstrate something kind of Mickey Mouse. All right? The pivot points are key. Let me show you this. I'm gonna draw a pivot point for this. See it up there? I'm gonna draw the pivot point on this side. See it down here, right? Let me get rid of this. All right. I'm showing you a 4-inch diameter rotary table. I'm showing you the pivot point. Key, that's key to everything. You can do it I got this, so the pivot points on the back side of the center and the cutting tools on the front side of the center. See it here? Now I'm going to show you how this is going to work without doing too much fancy shit. You see this? What's that radius? Well, let me do something here. All right, what's this radius? You see it? 1 inch 498. That's that radius from the pivot point. All right, you see this? That's got to be the same as the radius. All right, you see? I got a 1,000th difference. You see it? So the key here is to position the rotary table, pivot point, and tool, right? This thing you see here, this round thing with the hash marks, that's a pin and it's cut in half, right? This half is open. You can use this edge right here to touch off anywhere, you can revolve it. So what you can do is turn this any way you want, touch the piece like you would with an edge finder, and move the rotary table in the correct position, right, as the pivot point. You put the pivot point on the pivot point, you're good to go. All right? Now you can bring this down, all right? Now you know where you are. You got DRO both ways. DRO this way and DRO that way. You lock your DRO up so it's 0, 0 when it's finished, and you're home. All right? All right. In the meantime, all right, let me show you. Well, that's for this side. You see it? All right, now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to give you another pivot point. You see this here? Same pin, same split. You touch off on a workpiece, bring it into position where the pivot point is, right? Position your tool, dead in line. All right, let me do this one. Wait a minute. You see how it follows that radius right out? That's because the table's positioned exactly where it should be. All right? All right, now let's see if the tool is close to that. You see it? It's the same. All right, so to get it right, you got to put the rotary table pivot point where it belongs, where that radius is relative to the piece, and you got to put the tool bit dead in line at the same distance as the radius. Now you can move. Now you lock your DRO in, so you can do this end here this way, move the table this way, do that there. Are you getting my drift? Just thought I'd take an exit ramp and show you that you can do more with this rotary table other than just cutting spheres or balls. You can cut other features. Just trying to make that point. I'm wondering if anybody will understand what the fuck I'm driving at.